Able to avoid an upset is Notre Dame, and they will assume the #1 position. The first time the Irish have held that position since November of 1993.
There are terrific performances all day on Saturday, and we're going to show all of them to you on College Football Final.
Who was coach at Notre Dame November of 1993?
It's been so long ago, nobody remembers.
And you know where there was some joy and pride and jubilation and partying? South Bend, Indiana, Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Athens, Georgia. Because here are the projected BCS standings according to our Brad Edwards. Notre Dame, the lone eligible team to win the BCS National Championship that is undefeated, will be #1. Alabama, Georgia, somehow Florida. Well, they've only got one loss, but Florida hasn't looked good in about 3 or 4 weeks. Brad's saying maybe Kansas State sticks in there. Here's the explanation from our BCS guru.
When the new BCS standings come out, I think it's pretty obvious Notre Dame is going to be #1. And the probable SEC championship matchup, Alabama and Georgia, those teams should be 2 and 3. After that, it becomes a little bit sketchy. My best guess is that Florida, because of their computer ratings, will be at #4. #5 could go any number of directions. I'm going to guess Kansas State just because I think they'll still be higher than most of the other one-loss teams in the computers. But I still wouldn't be shocked if Oregon ends up there, if Florida State ends up there. A lot of ways this could go, and it's going to get even crazier if Notre Dame were to lose next week against USC.
At some point, your argument, Mark, about the skill positions will come home to roost. But I think at least at this point in the season, Notre Dame poised to be #1. It's time for some reconciliation. It's time to allow Lou just a few moments, perhaps, to expound and emote on his belief and his love for Notre Dame and what they've accomplished this season as a team.
Well, they're just a very good football team. You look at them fundamentally. Let's look at the offensive line. They're veteran, they're experienced.
Played Notre Dame's schedule, played in the Big Ten. They're a weak conference, unimpressive. In the way that they play week after week, just barely getting by opponents. Ugh. I don't want to wear a Leprechaun suit.
I mean, this guy is a great linebacker, but their front four gets tremendous pressure. Their secondary can play the ball. They get turnover. They tackle well. They stay square. All the fundamental things you want. That is a very well-coached football team and a very talented football team.
Coach, you make some great points, and congratulations to you and Notre Dame on a great season.
I did have a thing to do. All I do is sit here and report, but I mean, I can see greatness. You can't. I can. That's the only difference.
You know, I like the fact that you guys are showing some harmony. Only one more obstacle to climb for Notre Dame to make it to the championship game, and only one more obstacle to climb before we see a 6'6", 240-pound Hall of Famer in a Leprechaun suit.
Oh, I tell you what, once he puts it on, he'll feel that magic that Notre Dame has. You will be
I can't take this anymore. I'm done with this.
You come back, Mark.
We had such great harmony.